Of course, that match was an instant classic.
But, Justine, which match of yours wasn't a classic?
Oh, you're way too kind, Robin. To point out that very real truth.
Were you nervous at all?
Me? Nervous? Of course not. I had that match on lock. In fact, I was always calm, cool, and collected from my first day in the ring to my 6th championship victory.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger, Justine. And introducing the champion from Forest Lake, Minnesota, Molly Holly. Here is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Justine.
Watching my first title win again?
After you talked it up so much on your podcast this week, how can I not?
Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic match. I just figured you had it memorized by now.
Sure, but it's a tradition at this point. Visit my favorite aunt.
Only aunt?
Watch her most epic victories. And now also stress about what I have to live up to in my debut at Survivor Series tomorrow night. Why are you laughing?
Oh, nothing. Just that if I didn't know better, I'd say you were nervous, which is super hilarious, because I know that I didn't teach my favorite niece.
Only niece.
to be nervous about getting in the ring and doing what she does best.
Yeah.
Especially not when she's been trained by one of the biggest legends in the business. If I'm being honest, there's really no comparison.
You really do manage to turn everything into a compliment about yourself, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm a 6-time women's champion. Would have been 10 if my career hadn't been cut short by injury.
I get it.
A main eventer and Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Who had the top merch sales in the 2003 fiscal year.
Okay, you've made your point. I should get ready for tomorrow.
That's my girl.
I hope you don't think we're going to be friends. I certainly won't be taking it easy on you tonight.
Why would you think I'd want to be friends with you?
Because we both come from famous WWE lineage. But let's be real, we're not the same.
Sorry if I offended you in some way.
Ugh. I have a lot of respect for your aunt. You, not so much. You're only here because you're cashing in on her legacy. But do your best not to make all of us second-generation superstars look bad, okay? Though it's gonna be hard tonight when you're competing against me and the rest of Team Raw.
Hey, nice to finally meet the EST of WWE.
What? Isn't that you?
As in new S superstar in WWE. Ready to show Team Raw what's up tonight?
I think so. I hope so. But I'm a little nervous.
I had nerves before my first match too. But then I took a deep breath and reminded myself that I deserved to be there, went out to the ring and took care of business. And Team SmackDown has your back. Although, ideally, we would have at least met each other to get on the same page before today.
Yeah, they said they were really trying to keep my debut a secret.
I get it. I mean, the WWE Universe is going to lose their minds when they realize you're related to Justine. And don't think I'm not going to fangirl out and grill you after we win. You gotta tell me exactly what she's like.
Listen, I love my aunt. I even spent summers traveling with her on tour growing up. But it's important for me to make my own mark in WWE. Hopefully I can do that tonight.
You know the EST is all about standing out, so I understand completely. See you out there tonight. We got this.
Hi, I'm...
LJ, little Justine. Yeah, I overheard. Oh, precious.
Yeah. I was actually going to say I recognize you from NXT 2.0. Ava Moreno, right? You had some great matches with Cora Jade. I didn't realize you had gotten drafted to SmackDown.
Guess your famous WWE legend aunt hasn't been able to get you up to speed on everything.
Honestly, we've been pretty busy prepping for my debut. I'm a little out of the loop on everything else. Who's your match with tonight?
I don't have a match on the show tonight. Not all of us are able to skip the line, LJ.
I didn't mean to offend you. There's a lot to take in and I'm still trying to get the lay of the land.
Let me lay it out for you. A girl named Ava works her whole life to be the best athlete she can be. Excels at some things naturally, puts in the time to get better at the rest. Gets signed to WWE, continues to grind at the Performance Center doing everything the WWE way, makes a mark on NXT 2.0, wins her matches, and gets signed to SmackDown. Sounds pretty great, right?
Sounds like it.
Some of us work hard. Some of us work harder. And some of us, LJ, get to waltz into Survivor Series and get put into a match that the rest of us, those of us who have done everything by the book, would kill for.
Does sound unfair. But I'm good at this. I got here on my own.
Got here on your own? We'll see what happens tonight. Maybe you are good, and you'll prove that. Regardless, I haven't been given the same opportunity on this brand to prove how good I am. So excuse me if I don't play nice with little Justine, the legacy hire.
Sorry I wasn't able to check in with you sooner. It's always nuts backstage before a major show. And I lost a full 20 minutes to Happy Corbin, who wanted to practice a stand-up routine on me. Luckily, Xia Li overheard and protected me from his bad jokes. How are you doing? Feeling good about tonight?
Is it weird that I'm a little nervous? I've trained my whole life for this, but to actually be here, debuting in WWE, it's a lot.
Honestly, I'd be concerned if you weren't a little nervous. means you're taking this seriously, and my job is to help you succeed. Despite my history with your aunt, that's really my goal here.
You guys have some history, huh?
That's a conversation for another day. Stick around here long enough and you'll have history with everyone. Alliances, rivalries, heck, we even have our fair share of weddings. Although those rarely seem to work out. But let's talk about your debut. I've got your custom gear ready.
Custom gear? What do you mean?
Honestly, I get it. I wouldn't want to debut in it either.
No, I mean I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh. Not sure how this didn't get to you, but WWE management asked that you debut in a look that honors Justine's legacy. So they've made gear inspired by what your aunt wore when she won her first championship. Not that that specific match would be the moment I'd choose to commemorate. Justine got lucky.
But I brought my own gear. I designed it myself. Besides, I'm not sure if I want to use my aunt's image to establish my own. I want to make my own mark.
Listen, despite my personal feelings, it never hurts to get a rub from a WWE legend. It's also probably not wise to go against management on day one. But I know it's important to stand on your own 2 feet around here. Ultimately, the decision is yours. What do you want to do?
I love my aunt and she taught me a lot, but if I'm going to make it here, I need to make my own mark. I'm going to wear the gear I designed.
All right, we'll see how management reacts. Standing your ground can really go either way around here. But if you're determined to make your own mark, you better have the performance out there to back it up. Go get changed. It's go time.
This is my brutality! The nightmare is real. Here comes Rhea Ripley.
Unchecked aggression in the women's division. The following contest is a 6-woman tag team match. Introducing first, representing the Judgment Day, from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Physically imposing and a talented athlete.
This is a woman who knows how to put her strength to devastating use.
Rhea Ripley is capable of anything inside the ring.
You've got to respect that.
And the Eradicator about to pass her judgment. The Queen has arrived.
Behold, Her Majesty. And from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
She is a game changer, a trailblazer, and perhaps the greatest woman to ever set foot in a WWE ring.
And with all of Charlotte's accomplishments, some say she's already a living legend.
She's had rivalries with Lynch and Rousey and revolutionized the industry.
When your last name is Flair, competing is like breathing, and the Queen has built an empire.
No false bravado, always personal, always physical.
Yeah, and always maintaining supreme confidence and savage ferocity. Hey, you can't deny the greatness of Charlotte Flair. She always finds a way to handle her business.
And she shows why she's the most ruthless and dominant woman in sports entertainment history.
Always guaranteed to have a vicious plan of attack.
Most are playing checkers, while the Queen is a grand master at chess.
She is a woman who is here to take control.
And representing Damage Control from San Jose, California, Bayley!
You know, with everything Bayley has accomplished, I still wonder, why is she just so unpleasant, so hostile all the time?
Well, maybe you should just mind your business, Saxton, because you're talking about the first Women's Grand Slam champion, the first Women's Triple Crown winner.
And not only is Bayley physical in the ring, but she can beat you mentally as well.
Yeah, Bayley's new attitude was very upsetting for fans who had supported Bayley for years.
You include yourself in that group, Saxton, because I find it apropos when Bayley calls you an idiot.
She doesn't mean it, does she?
Oh, yeah.
A major match ahead of her. She plans on proving exactly why she's worthy of big matches like these. The EST is here. This is going to be good.
And from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair!
I know she's early in her WWE career, but Bianca Belair already might be considered one of the best.
And here's the thing, she's only going to get better.
You're right, Cole. It's actually kind of scary how Belair continues to keep topping herself.
The EST, Bianca Belair, always has such a big smile on her face.
Well, that's just because Bianca hasn't realized you're down here yet. Here's a woman who lives to fight.
And from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan!
Guys, Liv Morgan just living out her dream here in WWE.
Yeah, Liv's career has just really taken off. Became Miss Money in the Bank and then successfully cashed in the contract to become SmackDown Women's Champion.
It's the second-generation superstar who's here to write her own story.
And from Los Angeles, California, LJ Lopez!
Do you know who that is? The final member of Team SmackDown is none other than the niece of WWE Hall of Famer Justine.
The last legacy superstar I remember debuting at Survivor Series was The Rock. No pressure, kid.
Let's see if this superstar can show us something special tonight.
Hold on tight, we're about to witness one of the most anticipated Survivor Series matches in years.
And one of the most anticipated debuts in years. This rookie superstar could be the second coming of her legendary Hall of Fame aunt, Justine.
Don't get your hopes up, Saxton. By the looks of it, I'd say this rookie's here to blaze her own trail.
Swinging neck breaker. Into the corner. This can't be good. Another.
One for good measure.
Sometimes you just gotta show off and show out.
Jumping knee strike.
Lights out.
Rhea Ripley in a state of distress.
Ripley needs to be resourceful. Find an opening.
Bang! Smashing the face right into the ground.
She's feeling it, and the third.
Ooh! And will this be it? She powers out immediately there.
She's not going.
Ooh! And Bayley gets cut right off. Answering back. Clothesline. Bayley gets cut right off. Oh! Places her right in the corner.
Torturous focus on the leg, punishing the leg.
About to be the proverbial one-legged man in the you-know-what kicking contest.
Oh, it didn't go as planned there.
And a clothesline.
Boom! Lives to fight another day.
She's in her clutches.
Gets caught by the...
Being tossed like that. Nice running crossbody.
And that prevents Bayley's attack.
Traps the arm.
Riot kick.
High impact crossbody. Nice Japanese arm drag. Big clothesline.
Tag is in for Charlotte.
The queen is ready.
Charlotte clearly not thinking much of her opponent right here.
Textbook neck breaker.
Can she keep her down? She kicks out in one.
Getting the shoulder up before two tells me the end is not near. And off, there's the reversal. Nice handspring evasion.
Drop kick.
Oh, this will rearrange your face in a hurry.
That'll stun you. Left by the turnbuckles.
Kick to the midsection.
She certainly has the confidence of her aunt. Looks like she's setting up for the Justine Jammer.
She's putting her own mark on an old classic.
Not if Charlotte Flair has anything to say about it.
You only have one chance to make a first impression, and this one might include a hurt ankle.
And Rhea's taking advantage. Riptide, covered by Ripley.
Rhea got her.
With the elimination, Team Raw now has the advantage.
What a letdown for the Blue Squad.
She definitely didn't expect to be out so early in this match. The top rope mishap and an apparent ankle injury played a key role in that.
And it looks like Charlotte Flair is determined to add insult to injury.
Wait a minute. Hall of Famer Justine is here.
We haven't seen Justine in a WWE arena for over a decade.
One thing is clear, the WWE Universe is thrilled to see this venerated six-time women's champion here tonight in any circumstance.
And it looks like Justine is just as thrilled to see them. Things might not have turned out how she wanted for her niece, but she's loving this crowd.
I'm just hoping that Justine can get her niece on the right track. After this debut, she certainly needs some guidance.
I can't say that was the debut we were hoping for.
I don't know what happened out there. I wanted to make a name for myself based on my own talent.
And you decided to do something showy, took your eyes off of what was happening, and let Charlotte blindside you.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. I got carried away.
You did. Remember, you're here because you're good. And you could be great. I wouldn't have any patience for Justine's brat, no-talent niece. But don't expect everything to come all at once. You could have gone out there and had a solid match, and that would have been enough, win or lose. But you bit off more than you could chew.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm a WWE legend. I'll do my best at damage control. You're already off to a rough start with management. They weren't thrilled that you decided against wearing the tribute gear. Although maybe I can spin that, since it wasn't exactly the performance they would have wanted to be associated with Justine's legacy. Actually worked out for the best.
Nope. They'll just associate it with little old me. I've already seen the chatter on social media.
Great. You're worried about social media at a time like this? Get your head in the game. I'll see you at SmackDown, and we'll take it from there.
What was that about? I like to show off as much as the next person, but that was embarrassing.
Don't talk to me like that. You certainly don't always have a perfect night.
I'll talk to you how I want right now. You just spoiled the match for all of us. Don't expect this to blow over with the SmackDown women's locker room. The Raw women are gonna rub this loss in our faces for a long time.
Oh!
Did you hear that pop?
What? The sound of my ankle popping or my career imploding?
Oh, how is that ankle? Or more importantly, how's that ego?
Ankle's okay. Ego? That's another story.
You really went for it out there, huh? Didn't hold back?
The WWE Universe knows I'm related to a legend, and I wanted to make my own mark, but I got carried away. Shouldn't have done that.
I've had enough coulda, woulda, shouldas to last me multiple lifetimes. It's not worth your time to live in the past. I wish I was medically cleared to fight. I would have decked Charlotte Flair for you.
What was that you just finished saying about the coulda, woulda, shouldas?
Oh, shush. One of the few perks of having a career-ending injury is getting to ask my niece to do as I say, not as I do. Since I, can't.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to leave if you need to talk, but I got word that WWE management wants to chat before we head out. Something about the buzz online, whatever that means. You okay?
I will be. No one ever said this would be easy. Just gotta work out the kinks.
That's my girl. I'll find you in a bit.
Hey! Welcome to SmackDown.
Thanks. You know, after what Liv said at Survivor Series, I wasn't sure if I'd be getting the warmest welcome today.
Oh, you won't be. But I have a different perspective than the rest of the girls. In fact, I'm actually usually pretty rude to the newbies because, well, I don't want them coming for my SmackDown Women's Championship, but I don't have to worry about you at all.
But I plan on coming for that championship.
Oh my goodness, you're hilarious! After your huge mistake in the Survivor Series match, I know that must have been a joke. I don't have to be rude to you at all. We can be friends.
Oh, Eva, with a road.
I think we're done here.
LJ, welcome to SmackDown. How you doing? I'm sorry that Survivor Series didn't go so well.
Yeah, not the debut I was hoping for.
Well, you're here now, and have your whole career ahead of you.
So, I know I didn't exactly get the best start, but I've got my head on straight now, and I'm ready to go.
That's great to hear.
What do you have for me tonight?
Now here's something that's less great to hear. WWE management thinks that after everything that's happened, we should take a beat before we put the spotlight back on you.
Don't worry, I took your advice to heart. I'm okay with starting small, out of the spotlight. I'm not expecting to main event right away.
Good, because you won't be. I'm going to level with you. Backstage sentiment is not good right now. You may be a SmackDown superstar, but you've got an uphill battle if you actually want to be on the show.
So my match tonight is...
Non-existent.
What can I do? I don't want to just sit in catering.
No one does. But this will all blow over. My advice until then? Find some way to make an impact. Be so good in the ring that they can't deny you.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't get a match?
I said it.
Pretty busy or pretty mad at me, from the sound of it.
Yeah, I may have heard those rumblings. Although, have you met Ava Moreno yet? She's pretty new to SmackDown too, and also would have something to gain with a good showing on main event.
We've met. I'm not sure she wants to work with me.
Neither of you have to work with anyone. You just have to show up and fight each other. Get her to agree to that, and I'll set up the match. If there's some sort of beef between you two, lean into it. No one said the match had to be friendly.
Well, if it isn't little Justine, I would say I'm sorry how your big debut turned out, but I don't like to lie. What do you want?
What do I want? I just feel like maybe we got off on the wrong foot at Survivor Series. Tensions were high. I probably unintentionally insulted you. I just want to make amends. I bet we have more in common than you think. Needs, goals, that sort of thing.
You must really need something.
I was hoping we could help each other.
Molly says she can get me a match on main event if I can find an opponent.
After everything you said at Survivor Series, I thought of you. Are you interested?
Sure.
Great. That was actually easier than I thought.
Oh, but let me be clear. I want a match on main event, but not one against you. I want to make an impact here in WWE and make my matches count. It doesn't help me at all to defeat some jobber.
What did you just call me?
If I wasn't perfectly clear at Survivor Series, I like people who've come up the right way and paid their dues. Not nieces who get handed special treatment because of what family they're a part of. And if that wasn't enough, I certainly don't like you after you proved me right and made a mess of things.
Regardless of what you think of me, I don't see how just sitting around and complaining is going to change anything.
I know as well as you do that no one else in the locker room is gonna help you. You want a match with me? Prove that you have what it takes when you have to work for an opportunity. Pay some dues and stop waltzing around expecting special treatment.
I don't waltz.
We can agree to disagree, LJ.
Hey, what's up? I was actually hoping to see you around here.
You were?
Yeah, I loved watching old clips of your aunt on the network when I was growing up, but it was so cool when you debuted at Survivor Series and made it your own. I'm all about that.
Would have been cooler to win. What are you doing at SmackDown? NXT 2.0 doesn't take up enough of your time?
Just doing some photo shoots and a little press. Honestly, it's been nice to be backstage at a show where I don't have to keep a lookout for toxic attraction. Not that I can't stand up for myself, but it's exhausting.
Want some help?
If you're offering, yeah. Honestly, I think they're just jealous. They may be hot and talented, but they could never do what I do. For one, they'd fall off the skateboard. You don't mind coming to NXT 2.0?
Not at all. It's not like I'm spread too thin with all my matches on SmackDown.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, LJ Lopez. and her partner from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade. Gigi Dolan and JCG Toxic Attraction. Here are your winners, LJ Lopez and Cora Jade.
I hear the powers that be are conspiring to keep you off of SmackDown.
I don't think I would say anyone is conspiring against me, but I am trying to prove myself to get a match.
You call it proving yourself. I call it fighting the powers of the malicious arms of WWE management. A power I have been a victim of many times before. Hang in there. Us persecuted need to stick together.
Thanks, I think.
I've got some good news for you.
You've actually got a match for me this week?
Actually, yes.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that kind of good news. Thank you.
I should clarify. It's not on SmackDown, but at a non-televised live event. Dana Brooke was supposed to have a match, but she did one too many handsprings, sprained her wrist, and can't compete this weekend.
A match is a match, and if it helps me win a little favor around here to step up, count me in.
Winning the match would help you gain even more favor.
LJ Lopez.
Here comes Molina.